Going anywhere in the world is very difficult to do, especially when you don't have a bank account. And today we are going to be talking about banking in Serbia and different avenues of getting money into Serbia if you're coming from abroad. Now, this topic of video is coming from a comment from one of my viewers who recently asked, can you do a video specifically on banking in Serbia? This would be extremely valuable. I think if you can cover the major different banks for personal accounts, which ones are best and pay the most rates for savings accounts, any info on how to best transfer money from foreign accounts or possibly link accounts, or use a third party like Wise or Revolut. Now, this comment comes from Claudette Detroit. I appreciate the comment on my videos and you following me. And so we are going to be talking about banking in Serbia and ways to transfer money into Serbia. Now, this is not going to be an in-depth cover of this video because you can only do so much on a YouTube video, but I will be releasing shortly or in the near future a relocation to Serbia guide. And so that guide will go further into depth about ways that you can transfer money into Serbia, different banks, more detail on banks, contact information to people within different cities here in Serbia. And so if you are interested in joining or obtaining a copy of the relocation guide to Serbia, please feel free to comment in the comment section of this video, or feel free to shoot us an email through our website at relocationserbia.com. And so we're going to start off with the different types of banks that we have here in Serbia. So we first have foreign banks and we have domestic banks. Most of the foreign banks that we have here in Serbia are going to be Italian, they're going to be Austrian, or they're going to be Greek banks here. And there's a number of different ones. I'm actually with a foreign bank called Banca Intesa. There's also Raiffeisen, which is Austrian, I believe, and a couple different ones. And then there's domestic banks as well, such as Poštanka Banka and Mira Bank. And so there's other ones as well. But those are the two options you have coming into Serbia. Now, when you're coming to set up a bank account in Serbia, some of the domestic banks work actually better for people who are not residents here, who are not citizens here, and only come here with a white paper and are looking to open up a bank account, whereas the foreign bank accounts or foreign holders will have a harder time with the Italian, Austrian, and Greek banks, simply based on their rules and their policies. Now, we're going to talk about the top ones that we have here in Serbia that you'll see, the top 7 specifically. Now, you have Banca Intesa, which I just mentioned at the beginning of the video. Their headquarters is in Belgrade, or Belgrade for those that are coming from out of or overseas. It's one of the largest. You also have AIK Bank. They're also based in Belgrade. You have Raiffeisen, and so the most ones you see are Intesa and Raiffeisen. Though Raiffeisen is an Austrian bank, and again, their headquarters is in Belgrade as well. You have UniCredit Bank of Serbia. You also have NLB Bank as well. They're based in Belgrade. You have OTP Banka. They're actually based here in Novi Sad, but they have locations throughout Serbia. Then you also have Erste Bank, which is also based here in Novi Sad. Those are the most popular ones that you're going to have here in Serbia, and the ones you're also going to have most accessibility to outside of Serbia. So if you're looking to come to Serbia and then travel within Europe somewhere, these are going to be more likely than not your best options for various accounts, various uses depending on what you're looking for. Is it going to be personal banking? Is it going to be business banking? Is it going to be for multiple currencies? Those are all things that you're going to want to ask yourself. They all come with different service plans, different fees that that you could get with each one, and different accessibilities. So you'll have to look into that when it comes time to setting up your bank account here in Serbia. Now, when it comes to interest banks, all banks typically will give you about 3 to 4% of your of interest on your RSD account. So that's your Republic Serbian dinar account. Typically, it's lower if it's going to be a euro account or if it's going to be a USD account or any other foreign currency. Of course, being here in Serbia, they want to support their own dollar, and they'll give you the best interest rate on the dinar rather than any other currency. So what you're going to be typically looking at is going to be, again, Bank Intesa, Raiffeisen, Union Credit Bank, NLB Bank, Erst, or OTP. Those are going to be giving you the best bang for your buck. Now, switching over to the other one, which the biggest question typically is when people are moving into Serbia is, how do I transfer my funds from the country that I'm coming to or coming from into Serbia? Because again, we all need money coming into Serbia to survive, to do your day-to-day transactions. And so I'm going to name a few different ways that you can get money into Serbia. I'm going to mention the best way I was able to get money into Serbia from Canada specifically. And we're going to talk about what the options and pros and cons are with the various methods. So the first one you have here is an international money transfer. Those are the ones that a lot of people prefer to do. Bank Intesa, Raiffeisen, Union Credit Bank are well established for foreign transfers such as that. Now you can also do a SWIFT bank transfer. Those are another ways that you can do that. Now the pros to a SWIFT bank transfer is that it's secure and widely accepted, number one. It's suitable for large amounts, and it can be a direct deposit to the recipient's account. Now, it depends on your bank. You may need to be at your home branch in order to do one of these, but more often than not, you can do these when you are already in Serbia and do it through your online banking. Now, the cons when it comes to a SWIFT bank transfer is that they are relatively slow. They take about anywhere from 2 to 5 business days, depending on the amounts, and them having to go through their security checks and then issuing that into your account. Another one that you'll see is typically the high fees or higher fees that come with a SWIFT bank transfer, and as well as one of the big things for those that are coming from foreign countries is their unfavorable exchange rates, which you'll have to endure when switching over into dinar, euro, or whatever it might be that you're setting up here in Serbia. Now, the other one is an online money transfer. These are going to be through your third-party applications or third-party companies. Now, you're looking at Wise, you're looking at Revolut, PayPal, Western Union, MoneyGram, Remitly. Those are some of the ones that we're talking about right here. Now, some of the pros when it comes to that is going to be the competitive exchange rates that you get with these companies compared to what you get with banks. They also have faster transfer times. So we've done that before we were able to set up our bank account here in Serbia. We were able to use Wise. You can typically get your transfer within a couple minutes rather than, 3 to 5 business days, which if you need the money right away might be your best option. Again, you don't have to go to any branch in order to do so. You can do it right from the comfort of your mobile device, whatever you might have, laptop, tablet, cell phone, of course. Now, the cons when it comes to these platforms is that you can only send a limited amount of money, which, depending on what your purchases are, can hinder you moving forward with that type of purchase. Some of the other services or some of these applications are not available in Serbia at all times. Being that we're not in the EU, and thank God we're not part of the EU, some of these platforms are available all the time. Some of them are down for a period of time as well. And one of these other issues that I find with these third-party companies is that you have a lot more safety features and verification processes that you need to go through rather than doing it directly from bank to bank, which, if you don't have an issue with going through various verification processes, eating up more time, and to me, time is valuable. You go for it by any whatever it takes. If you want that done, go for it. And if it's easier for you, by all means, why not? The third one, and the one that I always stay away from, but being that we're in a new generation and the younger generation is more keen to looking into these avenues, is your cryptocurrency and crypto transfers. I really don't have much interest when it comes to cryptocurrency, but they are available out there, and you are able to transfer money over into Serbia using cryptocurrency. Some of the pros with that is, again, going to be your lower fees. When it comes to transferring money, you're going to be looking at the speed of the transaction, which is also going to be much better. And it's not going to be affected by the banking hours or holidays that, depending on the time of year that you're doing it. If you're doing it around Christmas time, hey, listen, you don't have to worry about all that stuff. The cons when it comes to the cryptocurrency, in my humble opinion, is going to be that it both requires that both the sender and the receiver have cryptocurrency accounts. You're going to have to validate or the volatility of the cryptocurrency itself is going to be also playing a crucial aspect into how much you're transferring, when you're transferring. So you're going to have to monitor that a lot more. And you're going to also have to look at the regulatory concerns and what way are you going to be accepting it, because not all banks are going to be accepting cryptocurrency. You may have to go to a Western Union branch to pick up the money, and then you're going to be possibly paying extra fees on that as well. Now, like I did mention, those are not all the options that you have here in Serbia. Those are the top ones that a lot of people do use here in Serbia. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I'll be explaining to you what I did. And what I did coming into Serbia is I didn't have a bank account right away. Simply because I was waiting on my citizenship process to be completed in order to do so. And so what I was able to do was find some of my friends who were able to send me money through Wise and get that money instantly into our account and go pick it up, which was beautiful. Or we were able to send them money from our Canadian account using Wise into their Wise account, and then they just gave us the hard cash so that we can go and use it whatever way we wanted to. Now, once we had a bank account, or I had a bank account here in Serbia, what I did was I went to Bank Intesa simply because they offered me the best services that I would for the options that I needed, because I wanted a dinar bank account, so a Republic Serbian dinar account. I wanted a euro account, and I wanted a USD account, simply because a lot of my businesses also do come from the US side of things. And depending on where my clientele comes from, they'll either be paying me in USD or euro. So I wanted the flexibility of both. Now, what I ended up doing to transfer the money over was doing a wire transfer. Now, depending on the bank account that you have in your home country, you may have to pay fees on that, but being that I was with a certain type of bank in Canada, doing global money transfers into Serbia was free of charge, and I was able to do upwards of $75,000 every 24 hours. And the only negative side on that was that I had to send USD over from a Canadian account, and so I had to pay an exchange rate on that, which the ongoing rate at that time was about 73 cents to the dollar. But then when I did the global money transfer, I was getting 70 cents on the dollar. So I lost 3 cents on every dollar, which, you have to pick your battles and what you're going to win and what you're going to lose. And to me, it really didn't seem like a big deal because everything else was done very fast. And I had that money in my account in no time, and it was able to move forward with no issues after that. Again, this was not a full in-depth video about the banking system here in Serbia. If you want a full detailed list of banking options, ways to transfer your money, please feel free to reach out to me. The relocation guide will be coming out in the near future. The relocation guide will cover everything you need to come into Serbia as a tourist or someone that's looking to completely move themselves or their family into Serbia. And we're talking banking solutions. We're going to be talking legal matters, all the contact information that you need in that matter, cultural integrations, and many, many other aspects of items that you're going to want to know when coming into Serbia, so that you don't have to go out there and waste time and money and search out this information yourself. So if you're interested, please feel free to send me an email or our team an email at support@relocationserbia.com, or leave a comment in the comment section of this video. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.